Essentially, it is a global systematic review, which means it's not new research, but what it is looking at all of the evidence from right around the world into how screen time is impacting babies' development. And by that, I mean from birth to the age of 2, which is our area of specialisation. And essentially, there are lots of implications. It's early days for those studies, but there's evidence of toddlers with screen time who don't read their own feeding cues. So there's a predisposition towards later obesity as a result of you're sat there watching and eating. There's an issue with cognitive delay where babies who are given frequent screen time actually aren't learning to speak as well and actually are experiencing developmental delay as a result of that. There's even a large study in China that shows that babies who've got a fixed screen in front of them for long periods of time, sort of passive viewing, have problems with myopia that can lead to even later blindness. Oh. And I mean, there's some really shocking findings. And in particular, for me, one of the most concerning things is that almost 30% of under 2s are seeing screens for about 3 hours or more a day.
And this is when they're in their cot or when they're in their pushchair or in their... How are these...
All. So you know, this is from birth to the age of 2, and it's completely understandable. I mean, obviously the government guidance, world guidance is no screens for under 2s, but it's totally understandable. If you're a parent and you're trying to get the dinner on the table, get the washing on, if you're just sort of finishing work, if you're working from home, it's obviously going to be an easy solution. But actually, you know, every parent wants to be a good parent, and 85% of the parents we spoke to had no advice from a health visitor, a midwife or a GP on screen time for their babies. So parents are literally batting in the dark. And actually, one of the things that really struck me was that a lot of parents will give their babies a screen because they think it'll soothe them. You know, 1 in 10 babies go to sleep with a screen. But actually, very clear evidence that that disrupts baby's sleep, makes baby sleep for less time, not more time.
Well, and it's funny you say that, Andrew, because we know as adults, don't be looking at the television just before you go to bed. Don't be looking at the computer just before you go to bed because of the blue light keeps you awake or wakes you up.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the same rule.
Exactly.